Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced new government initiatives aimed at supporting British car makers and at boosting economic growth. Among these initiatives is a policy to ban the sale of new diesel and petrol cars by 2030, with exemptions for certain luxury vehicles. Public reaction on social media has been mixed, with some expressing scepticism and criticism towards the government's approach, while others are concerned about the impact on the automotive industry. Speaking at Jaguar Land Rover, Mr. Starmer said he would back the car industry hit by 25% tariffs on exports to the US, saying, "These are challenging times, but we have chosen to come here because we are going to back you to the hilt." The Prime Minister announced extra flexibility in the zero-emission vehicle ZEV mandate as the automotive industry phases out petrol and diesel cars and vans. Sales of hybrid cars which cannot be plugged in to charge will be allowed to continue until 2035. Although the government confirmed the sale of purely petrol or diesel-powered cars will be banned from 2030. Chancellor Rachel Reeves has said that the success of car manufacturers is integral to the success of our whole British economy. Reeves adds that reinstating the 2030 phase-out date for new petrol and diesel car sales is fundamental to achieving the government's plans for energy security and incentivising investments in Britain. One of the largest changes that comes as part of this revision concerns hybrid vehicles. Essentially, rather than being wrapped up in the same 2030 ban as standard petrol and diesel vehicles, hybrids and plug-in hybrids can be sold up until 2035. It appears that this will only apply to full or plug-in hybrids, those with a battery large enough to allow a short period of electric-only driving, whereas mild hybrids won't qualify. The government has cited cars like the Toyota Prius and Nissan's e-Power range of hybrids as examples of those that will be permitted up until 2035. In a big change for car production, small and micro-volume manufacturers will be exempt from ZEV targets alongside the 2030 to 2035 hybrid rules, which means that they don't have to achieve the same results of 80% EV sales mix in 2030 as regular manufacturers. This means that brands such as Aston Martin and Bentley have more breathing space to get a more electrified lineup alongside companies such as Morgan and Caterham. Similar to the rule change on hybrids, petrol and diesel vans can now be sold up until 2035, alongside hybrid and plug-in hybrid vans. This appears to be another sign of the government backtracking on mandates and promises made. Although it seems more of a watering down instead of scrapping mandates such as the ban on petrol and diesel vehicles. Is this the beginning of the end for net zero or just a small bump in the road? I guess time will tell what will happen next.